Hey everyone, Chuck here. As you can see, back in the basement. Saturday I was able to take a break from being down in the basement, and I was able to shoot the video from the office upstairs, which was a nice change, a nice, a little more light upstairs than it is down here. But I'm glad to be back. Of course, getting ready to get my workout in so I can start this great Tuesday that we've been blessed with. And I just wanted to share a couple of thoughts with you. This weekend, on Saturday, I talked about being able to create the right environment, and I talked about four things that I think are key, four characteristics that I think are key, in doing that, and that's integrity, communication, empathy, and courage. And then I laid out that all of these things, especially for me, all of these things are built on a foundation of faith that gives me the stability to be able to know that things will get better. It gives me the solid foundation I need so that as I'm going through this storm that we're in right now, that I can weather the storm, and not just weather the storm, but that I can learn the lessons that are being taught during the storm and come out on the other end, a better person. And so one of the things that that I wanted to share with you today is not getting so caught up in reflecting on what was in the past that you aren't able to move forward into the future that you have in front of you. Right now, for many of us, I could say probably all of us, things have drastically changed from the way they were, a couple of months ago. And the caution we have to have is that we don't spend so much time looking back at what we may have lost, or looking back at what has changed and how things used to be, and reflecting so much on that, and wishing that those days would return, that we aren't able to look at where we are and then chart a path forward so that we can move through this storm. I heard something this weekend from Pastor Stephen Furtick, who I listened to, and he said that so many people have problems acknowledging where they currently are, that it prevents them from moving forward. And that really resonated with me when I heard him speak it, because I said, that is a place that we, unfortunately, can get ourselves stuck. It's where we focus so much on the past that we don't acknowledge that right now things are different. And more than likely, they're not going to go back to what we knew before. They're not going to go back to that past that we keep reflecting on. And when we don't acknowledge where we are, when we don't acknowledge that this is our reality, it prevents us from being able to look at it in a way that we can plan how we want to move forward from this new reality. Now, here's the thing. Acknowledging where you are doesn't mean that you're embracing where you are and saying, this is where I want to stay. And see, that's the subtle difference, because acknowledging where you are is just saying, you know what, this is it. This is my reality. This is what's happening in my life right now. The kids are home. I'm homeschooling. I didn't plan on that. I'm working from home, or maybe I've lost my job right now. I don't have the freedom to move about as much as I did before. I had to cancel that vacation. All these different things that have changed in your life. And if you don't acknowledge those things and say, yes, this is my new reality right now, you cannot then move forward from that place. So right now we have to let go. We have to let go of what used to be a couple of months ago, 3 months ago, whatever that time frame is for you. We have to let go of that and understand where we are right now, acknowledge where we are right now. And then in that acknowledgement, you ask yourself the question, is this where I want to stay? Is the current situation, is what I'm dealing with right now, Is this where I want to stay? Is this where I want my family to stay? You know, is this where I want, you know, my business to stay? Is this where we want to be? And if it's not where you want to be, now it's time to start planning on, well, how can we move forward from this new reality we're in? How can we make the most of this storm that we're in? You know, because we have that foundation and we know that on the other end, we're going to get through this. We understand that we're going to get through this. But what are we going to look like on the other end? And so let's start looking at, how do we grow? How do we develop? How do we make ourselves better while we're in this storm? How do we take advantage of the opportunities that are presenting themselves in this new situation that we're in, so that when we get on the other side of this storm, we can look back and say, wow, I saw the lesson there. I saw the growth I experienced there. You know, I really realized what the purpose was behind that. But the only way we can do that, guys, is we have to acknowledge where we are. We cannot put the blinders on. We cannot wish it away. We cannot, you know, hope to go back to what it used to be. Those times have passed. So my word for you today is acknowledge. Acknowledge where you are. Write that down. Say, this is it. This is my new reality right now. And then start making that plan for how you want to move forward out of that new reality. How are you going to be better? How's your family going to be better? How's your business going to be better? How are your relationships going to be better when you get through this storm and you get on the other side? Because that's where we're at, guys. We're at that position where we can be better on the other side. We're at that time where if we truly, you know, acknowledge where we are and say, okay, I can operate in this. I can grow in this. Let me find those opportunities and those ways to do that. And we can come out better on the other side. My hope is that we all come out better after we get through this storm. So you have to put the bitterness aside. You have to put the finger pointing aside. You have to put all those things aside and say, how can I, personally, me, how can I evolve through this so that, one, I'm growing and I'm possibly helping other people to grow as we go through this. And then on the other end, we're all in a better place. So that's my hope. That's what I want to do for myself. That's what I want to help my family, you know, to do. My friends, my coworkers, those who are in my circle of influence. As part of the reason I make these videos is to help us to understand that we can't go back to where we were. We don't have to stay where we currently are, and we can be better on the other side. So I encourage you today, look for those opportunities, look for those ways to grow. Look for ways to help others to grow through this situation as well. And guys, we can all come out better on the other end of this, okay? It's tough now. It's a new reality for so many of us, and it's not something that we had planned for. But I will tell you, it's something we can definitely benefit from. This is something we can grow from. This is something that can allow us to dig a little deeper within ourselves and to find some hidden gifts and talents that we didn't know we had within us. Some creativity. There's a lot within us that we haven't even tapped yet, guys. And so I encourage you to reach deep within. Don't look back in the past. We got this. We can move forward through this storm, and we can be better on the other side. So guys, have a blessed Tuesday. Enjoy this day. Evolution of self. I'm always talking about it. Evolve. Guys, I love you, and I look forward to doing the next video with you soon. God bless.